My name is George Cisneros. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Anaheim. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do our National Night Out. We truly enjoy that day because it gives us an opportunity to speak with our community face to face and being able to tell them the services that we can provide them. The men and women of this department have been doing an exceptional job throughout the years, and especially in 2020. 2020 is our 150 years of service to the City of Anaheim, and so that was going to be a good time for us to be in one of our parks, our local parks, and being able to speak with our community, both our visitors, residences, and businesses. We think our virtual National Night Out will give you a brief overview as to what this police department can do. You're going to see a lot of things that we do. We're a full service department. There is a reason why we're known as the fourth safest city when it comes to violent crime, over 350,000 of residents. I think you'll see the amazing work that the men and women of this department do. So please enjoy it, and we look forward to seeing you next year, hopefully face to face, but if not, we'll definitely do another virtual one. So have a great day.
Hi everybody, my name is Rocio Burrs. I'm the Senior Crime Prevention Specialist for Central District for the City of Anaheim Police Department.
And I'm Carmela Mendoza, Senior Crime Prevention Specialist for West Anaheim. So as you all may know, we have our National Night Out event every year around this time. And unfortunately, due to COVID, we're not able to get together as we do every year. However, we wanted to bring you a virtual version of a National Night Out. So Rocio and I will be going around to the different divisions within our department and speaking to our employees and letting you guys know a little bit about what we do. Let's go. Here we are in our Records Bureau, and this is Diane.
Hi Carmela.
Hi, Diane. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here in Records?
Yeah, sure. Here in Records, we enter and maintain the records of all the reports that come through our department here at Anaheim. We also do interesting things such as enter stolen vehicles into the stolen vehicle system and missing persons as well into a national database. One of the biggest questions that we constantly get asked is, how do I get a copy of my report? And the easiest way to do that right now is to go to anaheim.net. Under online services, you'll find online forms, and one of those forms is, how do I request a copy of my report? Just fill that out, submit it, and please give us some time to process. We do get dozens of requests per day, so we're asking for at least a 2-week minimum before we get back to you. Appreciate it, and if you have any other questions, go ahead and give us a call.
Thanks, Diane. That's great information.
Thanks, Carmela.
Hi everyone, now we're very excited. We are here with Sergeant Santi at Air Support. Can you please tell us a little bit about what it is that you do here?
Sure, I'm the sergeant in the air support unit. As you can see, we have a helicopter that's getting worked on right now. We have a total of 3 helicopters and 1 airplane. Our primary function is to support the patrol officers on the ground. About 90% of our flight time goes towards supporting those officers. The other 10% is kind of divided up between helping out different investigative and detective units, doing surveillances of some of our major narcotic violators, and we also help any other department in the city and in the county. We can do such things as firefighting, canine insertions, and things of that nature. This facility has been here since 2007. We were previously flew out of the city yard in off Vermont. The unit has been around since 1970, so this is our 50-year anniversary. We currently have, I don't know if I said it already, we have 6 pilots, myself as a supervisor, and then we have 2 full-time mechanics that work out of this facility.
Sergeant, do you guys only patrol in Anaheim?
Predominantly in Anaheim. That's where most of our work is done. That's where most of our flying is done. But we do assist, like I said, with the fire department. We assist other agencies in the county as well. But Anaheim, Orange County Sheriffs, Huntington Beach PD, and the California Highway Patrol are the only agencies around here that have aircraft. But we support all of the cities in the county.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, here we are with Homicide Detective Jose Duran. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do here in Homicide?
Here in Homicide, we investigate murders. We investigate major assaults, criminal threats. We also do officer-involved shootings. That's also in conjunction with the Orange County District Attorney's Office.
Okay. So are you guys on call all the time? Do you get a day off at all?
So we are subject to on-call. We're on call 365 days a year, 7 days a week. We have an uptick right now with our call-outs. So there's times where we can work 24, 48 hours, go home, get short rest, and then the phone rings, and we're right back out.
Wow. Well, we appreciate the hard work. Thank you so much for the information.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, so right now we are with our forensic specialist, Torres. We're very excited to be here. Can you please tell us a little bit about what it is that you do in forensics?
So what we do is document, collect, and preserve evidence, and documenting, obviously, taking photographs of our evidence at crime scenes, things that we collect to basically put the puzzle pieces together to solve the crime. And we preserve it. So all these envelopes, brown paper bags are what we're gonna do and seal it and book it into property so that way it could be later used for trial.
That's so cool. So I have a question.
Okay.
Is this like what you see on CSI or on the forensic shows that we all look at?
Yeah, honestly, no. I wish it was. We don't get to find out who the suspect is in the next commercial break. I wish it was that fast, but it really isn't. It honestly takes up to, let's just say, us collecting possible DNA would be up to, like, right now, 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah. But depending on the type of crime, I mean, let's say it's a homicide, then the turnaround's probably a little bit quicker. Mm-hmm. But the likelihood is, if the person's already in the system, will we get an actual match?
Oh my God, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we would all love to have some type of insight in this, but that's awesome. Well, thank you for all that you do, and it sounds very exciting. And thank you for your time.
Of course.
Hi everyone, so here we are right now at the Orange County Family Justice Center, and we have Sergeant Pena with us.
Hi, welcome to the Orange County Family Justice Center. We're located at 150 West Vermont, and this is an off-site facility for the police department that houses our family protection unit and our sexual assault detail. And the reason we are away from the rest of the police department goes back to 2006 when our chief at the time, John Welter, came up with the idea of having a family justice center that is a one-stop shop for victims of abuse. In the past, prior to that, if you were the victim of domestic violence or child abuse or sexual assault, you would go to many different places to get the services that you needed, such as restraining orders, to speak to a victim advocate, to get other resources that you might need. And Chief Welter came up with the idea of putting everybody in one building so that victims could get the services that they need. And the goal is that by providing these services and having them ready for our victims, that we break the cycle of violence that is too common in our community.
Sergeant, I can't help but notice this is a really great room. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's used for?
Yes, so obviously dealing with families, people are going to be coming here and they're with their children. So the Orange County Family Justice Center, back when this was first created, teamed up with Disneyland, and their Imagineers and creators came in and actually designed this room and helped donate many of the pieces that you see in here for the children to play while their parents are either being interviewed by detectives or getting services from a social worker or from one of our other community partners that help us out here.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate really helpful information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, here we are with Officer Spielman and Sergeant Boyer from our Traffic Bureau. Would you both be able to tell us a little bit more about what you guys do in the Traffic Bureau?
Sure, absolutely. So the number one goal of the Traffic Bureau is to try to stop fatal collisions and major injury traffic collisions completely. We work towards that all the time. I don't think we've ever truly been successful at it, but that is constantly our goal. If we can make it so that the roads in Anaheim are as safe as possible, that would be our ultimate goal. We do that through basically three things that we kind of use to guide us. The first one is enforcement, basically citations in different areas around the city.
Exactly. We go out, pull people over for traffic violations and issue traffic citations and whatnot.
And then the second tier of that is basically the relationship we have with Anaheim Traffic Engineering. And so through our patrols, we'll check areas, signage, lighting, the way that the lines sometimes are put on the street, if we need to change a turn or add red curbing.
Correct.
Basically anything you can do to impact the way traffic is flowing through the way that the streets are actually designed would be using traffic engineering. So we'll do that to try to make the streets safer.
Absolutely.
And then our last tier is probably our favorite, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's what we do all the time,
All the time.
Is education. Right, our relationship going out in the community and trying to take all the programs that we feel make the road safer and bring them out to the community. And so we have like Coppers and Cycles.
Coppers and Cycles, which if you're not familiar with that, it's basically it's a civilian motorcycle training program. It's a day-long event that we take civilian riders out and basically teach them how to ride like we do and teach them a bunch of great safety aspects.
Yeah.
We also do Ask a Motor Cop, which you've probably seen on Facebook Live, or
Car seat program.
Car seat program. We're out there to help either new parents or current parents with car seats to keep their children safe. And then we also participate in a myriad of different community events. You'll see us out there at obviously National Night Out and other community events where we do. We have bicycle helmets for kids, and we fit them with bicycle helmets.
And rodeos.
And rodeos.
Bicycle rodeos. A lot of different programs like that. So all those different things we try to take out to the public, and that's the last tier really of trying to put all the parts of the puzzle together. If everybody understands every single part of it and the role they play in traffic safety, then we hope that all together, we can ride safer that way and cut those collisions down to zero.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what does it take to become a motor officer? How long do you guys have to train, and what does it take for you guys to finally get on one of these bikes?
Well, we actually train in-house. So when an officer is selected for the traffic section, especially motor operations, we train them ourselves in-house. We have 6 motor instructors, myself and Sergeant Rick Boyer being 2 of them. And basically it's a 6 to 7 week process or program. 4 of those weeks are just learning the fundamentals of slow speed maneuvering and collision avoidance, learning the motorcycle, learning how to work the clutch and the throttle to safely and efficiently maneuver these 700 to 800 pound motorcycles with finesse. The next part of that is actually going to be out in the field. So it's what we call the field training program. So a student or a new motor officer will ride with myself or one of the other instructors for about 2 to 3 weeks, so that way we can monitor them and show them, how to do the job as a police motorcycle officer, and to critique them to make sure that they are able to do the job, especially safely, because these things are super dangerous. Motorcycle riding in itself is dangerous. Couple that with being just a police officer in general, putting those together, it's super dangerous. So we want to make sure that our new motor officers are competent and safe operating these, and then they're obviously able to do the job of a motor officer.
The last piece of the puzzle is being able to grow a mustache like that. As you can see, I'm not there yet.
Well, some of us have it, some of us don't. Let's just put it that way.
Awesome. Thank you guys for this awesome information.
You're welcome.
Hello everyone, and I am very excited to introduce you all to Officer Peterson. He is from our homeless outreach team. Can you please tell us a little bit about what it is that you do?
Absolutely. Thank you, Carmela, for the kind introduction. I'm Officer Peterson from the Anaheim Police Department's homeless outreach team. Pretty much we're responsible for any and all homeless related calls for service in the city. We deal with situations every day regarding to large encampments down to a single individual. The main goal of our team is to simply try and help end homelessness in Anaheim. We do this by contracting with different organizations such as CityNet, which offers housing resources and connects people to shelter, down to Drug Free Anaheim, which help people get drug assistance if they have any type of drug or alcohol addiction. Another important component of our team is our psychiatric emergency response team, the PERT team. Their job is to deal with any type of mental health related issue in the city of Anaheim. It comes down to 2 officers, Officer Beck and Officer Voss, who could not be here today, but they also work with 2 clinicians, Mary Tafoya and Christine Numamuro. and they simply respond to any type of mental health related issue in the city of Anaheim. Also some exterior things in the county when they're needed. And that's pretty much what our team does on a very small basis every day.
Awesome. Quick question, Officer Peterson. If somebody were to come across a homeless encampment, where would they report it to?
Probably the simplest and easy, most concise way to report it to us so we know exactly what's going on and we address your issue is simply going using your My Anaheim Anytime app or in making an Anaheim Anytime complaint at thecityofanaheim.net.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that information.
Great.
Thank you.
Hi, here we are in the communications department with Supervisor John Carter. John, can you please let us know what you guys do here?
Sure. Here at the Anaheim Police Communications Center 911 Center, we answer 911 calls. We also answer non-emergency lines for people who have questions or want to talk to a detective and stuff like that. We also answer text to 911 calls. And we do other various stuff for people who want to talk to a detective or they want to check on their case and or even report a illegally parked vehicle. So we take all those types of calls.
Can you please let us know when somebody calls 911, what they should expect?
Sure. You have to remember 911's for emergencies only. So if you have an emergency, you should be calling 911. If it's not an emergency, like a question or you just have a comment to make, then you need to call our non-emergency number, which is 714-765-1900. 911 is for emergencies where somebody's life may be in danger, or maybe it's a crime in progress, and there's a good chance we can catch somebody if we get out there right away. When you call 911, the best thing to do is just to answer the dispatcher's questions. We're going to ask you a lot of questions, the most important being your location. So we need to know where you are. If we know nothing else, at least we can get somebody there to figure out what's going on. Once we have that location, then we're going to ask you a bunch of other questions, such as what happened, if there's a suspect involved, what the description of that suspect is, and it's going to be very detailed. We're going to ask you a lot of questions that might seem unnecessary, but believe us, they are. And our dispatchers go through a lot of training to learn how to ask those questions.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Now here we are in our robbery unit with Detective Phil Vargas.
Hello.
Can you please tell us a little bit about what it is that you do in your scope of work?
I'm a detective with the robbery detail here at the Anaheim Police Department. The robbery detail conducts investigations on all types of robberies, assaults and batteries, extortions, and various types of weapon violations.
Detective, if somebody's a victim of a crime, what would be something that you would want them to know?
Well, one of the important things for victims to know is that when they do file a report, whether it be in person or online, to provide good contact information, because in order for us detectives to conduct a good and proper investigation, we need to be able to reach out to the victims in order to speak with them, whether we have follow-up questions or the district attorney or city attorney has follow-up questions in order to file the cases.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Hi, we're here with Karina from Crime Analysis. Karina, can you please let us know a little bit of what you guys do here?
Yeah. So in our crime analysis unit, we help identify any crime series, patterns, and trends within our city and help provide actionable intelligence to our department. We also help provide case support to all of our investigative units through cell phone analysis, link analysis, and pretty much sum up large sums of data. We also provide information to our administrators in order to help facilitate decisions. And that's pretty much a quick gist of what we do.
Awesome. Karina, can you tell us a little bit about where maybe our residents or anyone could go to look up crime statistics?
Yeah, so if you want to know what's happening in where you live or in your neighborhood, you can go on to crimemapping.com and search your address and select the city and the state and search and see what crimes are happening.
Thanks, Karina. That's awesome.
And here we are with one of my personal favorites, the Canine Detail. We're here with Officer Schmidt. Can you tell us a little bit about the Canines and what you guys do?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Canine Detail, we have 6 German Shepherd dogs that are cross-trained in patrol work. We have 5 dogs that are trained for narcotics and 1 that's trained for a gun dog. We do weekly training as a group. We also have a monthly training together with like a master trainer. But in the Canine Detail, we're constantly training and getting these dogs up to speed.
Can we get to see Kylo?
Yeah, you want to see Kylo? Come on up. Live. Seats.
Now, is it okay to pet him?
You can, and thank you for asking, because you always want to ask to pet the dog. So yeah, feel free. Very social. Well, he wants his toy right now. So. Come on, bud. Here. Right. So we train our dogs to be very social. So when it's time to work, it's time to work, and when it's time to be social, we can have this as well.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Come on, buddy.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
We hope to see you guys at next year's National Night Out in person. Bye.